The extent of the injuries to Governor Connolly is a closely shrouded secret at the moment.
President Kennedy is dead, Gordon. This is official word.
The President is dead. The President, ladies and gentlemen, is dead at Parkland Hospital in Dallas.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Battalion 1 to Manhattan.
Battalion 1.
We just had a plane crash into Alpha 4 of the World Trade Center, transmit a second alarm, and start relocating companies into the area. Engine 1 out of Manhattan.
Engine 1 out.
Engine 1 out, World Trade Center, 1060. Send every available ambulance, everything you got to the World Trade Center now.
That for 1060 been transmitted for the World Trade Center. 1060 for the World Trade Center.
It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note.
Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
When will you be satisfied?
America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world.
The truth is stranger than fiction.
Stranger
than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction.
Into the matrix, you will be illuminated. Into the rabbit hole, secrets will be revealed there.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
The functions of our government continue without interruption.
All right, it's Thursday, December 18th, and this is Pete Wichert and
me,
or in other words, Mark.
Me, Mark.
And this is The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, featuring Pete Wichert and
me,
Mark. But yeah, on a serious note, we had some interesting news, especially the last couple of days. One that got me was the sheriff in Washington State. Did you hear about that, Mark?
No.
A lady approached them and they had one of those MRAPs, and it's a small town. She goes, "Why, do you guys need this?" "Oh, blah, blah, blah." And he starts talking, the pitch. "Well, why do you need it in such a small town?" she asked.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, quote, "We have a lot of constitutionalists, who basically stockpile weapons and ammunition here."
Well, damn.
Isn't that pretty crazy when our countries come down to the point where we have police getting military vehicles, first off, that we can give away?
Yeah.
They're poorly designed, like cost a lot to maintain them. And that is on the people who get the MRAPs back. They have to pay for maintenance. That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
So really, they got rid of them and are making money. And why would it be? Why is it constitutionalist? What founded this country, Mark?
Freedom.
And what guarantees that freedom?
Nowadays?
Yeah, well,
nothing.
No one could. I like the way Mark has evolved. Do you see this, people? He's starting to get it, but you get my point. The Constitution,
Oh yeah.
And now it's like people that respect the law should be prepared for by armored vehicles. I mean, this is crazy. I could see maybe if they would have mentioned looters and rioters that burned down Ferguson, which went to.
Yeah.
And saw firsthand how the people in the community would not have been the ones doing this. I know damn well that these were people probably from Chicago too, St. Louis, all across, just to either steal crap or to get on the news or basically have, fun.
Yeah, I think they were from St. Louis. I don't think people would travel from Chicago to go steal like ho-hos from a convenience store.
Dude, I heard
I would
firsthand
actually.
accounts of people on Twitter that were already rallying to go from Chicago. So there are people from Chicago. I'll bet everything I have, and it's not much on that. It was a place for a lot of different people, whether it be profit, whether it be independent journalists, to go and basically make a name for themselves.
Right.
And a lot of people, unfortunately, on the other side jumped on that opportunity to profit off the looting or to basically get their anger out.
Yeah.
On a poor town that really didn't deserve it, full of great people, and treated me, great. I felt more safe there than I do here. So sad. And now we got this, militarization of the police getting bragged about by the California Highway Patrol. They now have a commercial out saying, hey, do you have military experience? Join our highway patrol.
Wow.
That's
pretty crazy.
It's getting back to that point that I've been saying, the militarization of the police. Now it's becoming a prerequisite. You need to have it.
Oh.
And that's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's kind of it's like movie style shit.
Yeah. And all the plans I have right here for viewers on the YouTube channel. I'm sorry for listeners on Spreaker and other outlets. I have documents right here that with the stroke of a pen, all those weapons could be used to detain us, to take us away. And who would man these basically be the brute force? Illegals. It says it. Executive Order 1100-10.
So immigrants.
And now the open borders suddenly make sense in addition to KBR profiting off of it.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. And guess what? They have another Bush. He's land management, got elected to a land management position in Texas. Wow. He's half Mexican. And I already heard, I think it was Fox News talk about he could run after Jeb. Problem is he was born in Mexico. So you see the plan, you think, you see it?
It's a weird family tree.
I think that was done on purpose. If we were letting Canadians in, they would have adopted 2 Canadians.
Right.
And it's crazy. It's the Democrats. It's multi-pronged. The Democrats trying to basically get votes.
Yeah.
Then you have now the Republican Party even taking advantage financially and as well as potential future power grabbing. And that opens up for the North American Union.
Right, right.
The only question is now, how are we going to get Canada? And I think it's going to be the only way we've ever really done things well, if you consider it well, through military threats. Hey, look, there's these terrorist threats. You need us in here to help stop them.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
That's my whole theory is, and then there's the North American Union.
Right, right.
And it all seems justified.
Yeah, you really don't know what the hell's going on,
Yeah, so that's my theory on it. So, Mark,
I think we have a caller. Danny's
it's
going crazy over there.
I think we got Telly Blackwood, a.k.a. Leatherface, a.k.a. the funniest damn guest I've ever had on the show, live with Pete Wichert and Mark. This is The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. It's, man, an honor to have your ass on again, brother. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
what's going on?
Hey, we're just going to get into this whole movie being jacked and not allowed to be on air. And I was bringing up first off, basically, if you haven't heard, the movie The Interview is being banned because they're scared of potential repercussion and terrorist acts and such. Well, North Korea, first off, here's my take on it. Can't even build one damn apartment building complex they've been working on. I think you know what I'm talking about. Which one? They, like, honestly, people, why should we even be afraid of them? Like,
why would Obama trade terrorists for other people or deserters?
That's a good question,
you know,
too.
It's the same crap. There's some kind of agenda behind it, of course. It's either one, this is all a big publicity stunt in Hollywood the Sony's doing, touching into the politics, or two, it's just straight up bullshit.
And
there's no way we're going to be as scared of a North Korean government and take down a whole movie because one weak little country, little speck on the map didn't like it.
Hey, Mark, we listened to what happened to us, Telly. This has gone, actually, it's hit The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction personally. Mark, tell us what happened.
Oh, so there's like a couple theaters that
oh, wait, time out. By the way, Telly, this is the guy who does the graphics, a lot of the behind the scenes work, co-host of me, does just about everything. This is my co-host, Mark. Telly.
What up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, so when they canceled the freaking interview thing movie, we the Alamo in Texas, and then I was going to do it at the Portage, which is right across the street. We were going to play Team America.
Okay.
And Paramount canceled that this morning.
Yeah, because of the dude. That's like one of my favorite
still on,
movies.
Danny. Yeah, here's a still from Team America, and this is probably why Paramount canceled it.
Can you get that website up, tellyblackwood.com? Okay,
it's right there.
Oh, yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so, dude, think about the paranoia that they even went to take down our little, like, you know, basically this movie was just on TV on top of it. Why? And all of a sudden, just because one hacker, now we can't play it?
All right. Well, I mean, in 2004, when the movie came out, nobody cared.
No.
North Korea actually sent something, I think it was Czech Republic or something like that, saying don't play it. It's like terrorism. Czech Republic was like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And they still played it. You know.
And honest to God, it's not like, isn't the guy dead already?
Who?
The main character, the Kim Jong-il. It's not like they're killing the son, are they?
So there you
go. Tally, you see the screen?
Yeah, I was just gonna read a laugh at it. That dude's dead. I know his son's running it now.
So tell me,
is that what the interview is based off of? Killing him or killing the son?
I think the son. I think the guy that's in now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, it makes sense. I was dead. Go after the next one. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like a follow-up to Team America in a sense.
Kind of.
Yeah. There's all the weird shit going on. Now we're patching with Cuba. Now we're doing this. We're doing that.
Yeah.
Now we're going to yank movies off because a fake anonymous group is threatening Sony not to play that. You know, like, come on. Now.
Yeah, and this is fun. This is cutting into our budget here.
Well, they tied the hacking to it was North Korea who
North
hacked.
Korea.
So, and I guess there's emails that haven't been released yet that Sony had that could devastate the movie industry.
But I think it's bigger because Sony just worked with on Zero Dark 30 where they're trying to show like torture. You know what I'm saying? Where none of the intelligence came from torture.
Right.
So basically, I think that the government wasn't too happy about this because maybe they got similar plans, and they hacked it and basically made it seem like it was North Korea, because that's what happens when you start working with the CIA and things like that to produce.
And don't forget they did the same shit to Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Hollywood is they're man. I sit and talk shit for days.
Yeah.
Well, some insides. You got any like personal stories or anything like that?
Oh man, I can sit down for another 2 weeks worth of shows. And
well, what's the biggest one? Biggest one?
Like Hollywood scandals?
Or yeah, just you've been on TV, brother. You've been in the industry.
Oh, you're gonna make me go way back. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. I mean, there's not really much else to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
I walked in, saw lifters and smoking this. Walked in, saw that person sucking that. I mean, it's Hollywood.
I mean, have you seen any kind of like, you know what I'm saying, satanic
Propaganda?
occult like rituals at all? Anything like that?
No, never seen any rituals or cult shit like that. But you know, rich people, well, people have higher taste, and of course have more flashier, cooler looking things than the average little house party would be. You know what I mean? Walking, you see a steaming fucking ice dick on the side of the door, fucking vaporizing with cool strobe lights on it at a rich party. You wouldn't see that at a normal, you know, house party around the hood somewhere.
Yeah.
So there's such a weird little taste and preferences within that area, but I kind of avoided those little dealios.
So, dude, going back to the beginning of the news, we might as well just go back over and cover it and get your take on it. What do you feel about this whole Washington state with this cop or state?
Oh my God.
Going saying that we are basically getting these MRAPs because of constitutionalists who stockpile ammunition.
Well, first, I'm going to hop ahead. Just straight Sheriff Ozzy's little video come back, which is the most boringest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so he's trying to respond.
The whole point, regardless of how many seconds it was showed or what they were there for, dude, your fucking officer said that shit.
Yeah.
Regardless of what he said before that, after that, how many seconds were shown. Like, dude, you're fucking pig.
Yeah.
Just said what it's for.
And he
doesn't
even
matter.
like
It doesn't matter if kids were in Walmart getting Xboxes from concerts. You know, that's not the point.
Yeah, he even hinted too. He's like, they're armor proof. You could get protected, as if the constitutionalists would be the aggressors.
Yeah, we all know what the game is. That whole video was obviously a really poorly put together damage control by him, another propaganda group.
See, it was like almost like he just repeated the talking point, but just a little too straightforward. You know, because
just him coming forward to like discredit an accusation from a internet radio show. Was when please take criticism from larger media outlets, you know, mainstream media outlets. They get slammed with all sorts of other things, and just that. If Morris puts up the 3 seconds of a video clip and doesn't see a whole after that, and he's freaking out and coming up with all these, you know, counter blogs, and then real threats are being made off of the website and whatnot. But he's still not really defending the point that, hey, your dude just said that, you know?
Yeah. And
what it is.
you know why? It's because you've seen the manual, right? Where it's Christians, terrorists, the terrorist watch.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody but Al Qaeda.
Returning vets or terrorists. And
see, my co-host here, he's new to all this, you know, and you should have seen when I first told him about this, you know, sheriff, what he said. He was shocked. Mark, I mean, how does it make you feel that the police are basically training to fight people that are like you?
I mean, it's fucked up. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's really nothing more to say about it.
Yeah, they thought I was nuts the first couple shows I did. Now they're starting to see, man.
You know,
you'll get knocked at the door pretty soon.
It's a controversial topic though, because you have thousands and thousands of cops, right? And hundreds of them are corrupt. But what about the other ones? You know, so you got to balance that too. And it's, you know, it seems like the fair ones, yes, there are some fair ones, you know, but they're falling in with the public, and that's like, wow, he's got a touchscreen monitor. That's cool.
Yeah, no, right.
But it's
here.
falling into, like, you know, it's innocent people that are really the victims here. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like the protests.
Each time you point a finger at a cop or anything, their first response is, "Oh, cops are people too." Or they'll say, "They go ahead and, you know, just because there's some bad cops doesn't mean all cops are bad." And it's like, well, dude. All the good cops are keeping their mouth shut about what the bad cops are doing. That makes them just guilty.
That's what I'm saying. Where are the good cops? I haven't heard one good cop come out and say that the conduct by the guy in New York was just ridiculous.
Where's Jim Gordon when you need him?
Yeah, we need a Jim Gordon. You know, that for Batman talk here, but you know, we really do, because you know, for everyone, even InfoWars, to me, they're saying good cop, good cop. There's great cops. Well, where are they? It's time for them to stand up, you know?
Right.
And to back up what Mark says, Telly, here on Infowars.com, I just pulled up a article. Stand up for Team America, the interview. Facebook page protests censorship of films. How about instead of pulling movies, we stand up for the First Amendment?
Right.
And so basically, that's what screwed us being able to play, you know, that move, the Team America, which would have helped us get some funds in the operation. It's just a direct hit on us out of nowhere. And the movie's old and the guy's dead already, and it's a fucking puppets. I mean, they've lost their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, people, we need to stand up for this because Telly, I mean, dude, some of the stuff you guys did on Bam show, shit, you think you could even do that today?
Yeah, as far as the stunt related activities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, once in a while, you know, you gotta pull out the giant rubber band and hit each other in the balls with it.
You know,
well, the point of the whole point of this North Korea shit is like, so 9/11, and I posted this on my Facebook earlier. 2 days later, SmackDown was live in Texas, and McMahon made a speech, you know, that everybody has heard, you know, saying like, you know, we won't live in fear, you know, it was the first largest assembly of its kind since the attacks, you know, yada yada yada. And basically what North Korea has done is they've won where the people who did the attacks on 9/11 couldn't win because fear wasn't instilled in us. You know, we still did everything our daily lives did. We went to movies, you know, we went to big sporting events, etc. Now we can't even go see a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of the terroristic threats that were made.
Well then the terrorists
what really shows the sheriff is supporting propaganda is right off the bat when he goes in the guns and negative things on guns. First things he mentioned is Sandy Hook and the Boston bombings. We both know is bullshit.
Yeah,
there's enough out there. I just saw that. Let's talk about Sandy Hook, and I was just amazed.
They have nobody dying on the official records there.
The official
Blue
records,
screen on Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood surrounding the school was all purchased around the same time.
No helicopters, none of the ordinary stuff you saw.
It's bullshit. That school wasn't even used for like 2 years. So it was all crap.
I heard no footage.
And the best evidence is, you know, being a filmmaker, I'm making videos. When you use still pictures, people can always go into your video and make out your still pictures and see dates on them.
Right.
When they were taken, when they were modified, whatnot. And there's all those Sandy Hook's videos, original videos, that came out of the pictures. Show the pictures were taken like a year prior.
And you know what's next, Holly, dude? You know, like how we brought up the power of the internet, man. And that's like one of the things we got, dude. We have an internet kill switch. It's basically been put into effect. And when they do those national emergency broadcasts, like that's the testing of it. They could take over all radio, TV, and kill the internet now. Like, people, why would they be doing this unless they plan on something domestically breaking out?
Right.
Because they're losing the info war. That's what's happening. They're going to have to knock out the internet to kill free speech, because people aren't going to shut up. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to take over, keep bringing out sopas and dopas and butt pluggos and whatever fuck else they come up with to try to kill the internet. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. And I got.
As soon as there's always dark internet, and as soon as people, you know, they start doing that, there'll be rebellion. There'll be other internet to connect to. You know, there's always going to be a rebellion. The same shit going on now has always gone on for centuries, man. You know, we're the enslaved ones. They're the rulers, the cops, the sheriffs, all the knights. You know, all that shit's all the same. It's just the new era of it. Now it's technology and electronics. Back then it was swords and shields.
Mm-hmm. And if the president he has basically the ability to authorize a declaration of national cyber emergency, which would cover, you know, critical infrastructures, requires the president to then notify the owners and operations of the infrastructure of the emergency, and basically gives him like the power of a dictator.
Yeah.
Well, dictator.
This could be something to do with that. An internal Sony/CIA employee pulls this to show a vulnerability to pass this whole, 3-strike China-based system of the internet, where you get 3 strikes, you're banned.
Yeah.
And that's another aspect of this, because
it's funny too.
It's getting out of control.
I worked with Sony like 3 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, and their fucking computer system is so easy to hack. It's ridiculous. It was nothing but like this leaked, this movie, this song, this fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's just like
Well, Mark, he does a lot. I'm not going to mention celebrities, but pretty high profile. Very, very well known celebrities, and he helps them out with their security and public relations aspects.
Right. Well, for the management company, you got to find out where, like, if a song leaks, like, okay, well, how the fuck did it leak? Because we didn't plan it. Because some artists and
is there a way to fake that to get it back to North Korea when it maybe would have came?
Yeah, it was probably North Korea, and they're probably pissed. And
but
is there a way? Is
there a way to make it appear to be North Korea when it was really like the CIA?
I don't think it's that. I mean, I don't think it's really that serious. North Korea is a fucking joke, and Sony's a joke, and the movie's a joke.
How would they have the ability to even hack into the system?
And dude, there's kids in their like basement that hacked Sony.
Telly, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was saying there's like between 8 and 10-year-olds that can do hacking now.
Okay,
right.
So you're
but back when I was a web designer, there wasn't many of us, and now I compete with junior hires back when I was doing it for a while, but now I compete with young people who do websites.
Guccifer, whatever the guy, which I'm hoping is wrong about the nuke going off in Chicago in 2015 that I covered on a show. I was sick as a dog, but I probably should have emphasized that more. He also hacked portraits of George Bush in the hot tub with his toes hanging out. And Megyn Kelly, that hot ass reporter on Fox. So this guy was for real. And he said that there's a plan to nuke Chicago in 2015, man. What do you feel about that, Telly, man? That could easily happen with the people in charge.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not in Chicago, so that's your problem.
he's like, fuck you all.
Dude, yeah. I'm like in the fucking center of all this. You're just like, fuck Pete. Fuck Mark, man.
Well, I think that would suck, but that Lucifer dude, that guy has some crazy info, man.
Yeah. Do you know more about him? Like I had to do a lot of research. I was sick as a dog. Like, and basically, is this guy credible? And what else did he, put out there?
I'll have to look at it too. I just read a couple brief looks on him when he was Infowars was talking about him a while back.
Yeah, no, Colin Powell, he hacked. All using passwords like he guessed, and would just keep repeating it, And the picture of George Bush's feet is pretty eerie. It's a portrait of him in a hot tub with bubbles.
Reptile feet.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So, and we want more Bushes in office, right?
Yeah.
We were going over how they have a guy who's in Texas, a land manager, who's literally Mexican Bush. And how they were talking on the news about him possibly running for president. So I looked him up. He's adopted, born in Mexico, can't run. So maybe that's why they got the borders open. It benefits Republicans too, because they got their ace up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Well, they're both screwing us over. They're all one is creating a solution for another one to solve, and it's just the same crap.
I just and then we go KBR, the money. I mean, I filed the money back. I know who's profiting, the DHS, the higher ups in the Border Patrol, but your average Border Patrolman is actually a hell of a good guy, and they've been bitching and complaining.
Right.
But it's mainly the DHS and this subcontractor KBR making money off of building more installations to hold them.
Right.
Eventually, they're going to turn up to be like the Hitler Youth. Executive Order 1110 or 11,010 actually says aliens will run the FEMA camps. I think that's my theory on this, man.
It's only good. I mean, the Arizona sheriff's looking at the numbers are possibly more like in the 20 million range.
Wow.
Of immigration numbers. And but like I said, I keep encouraging people, don't be upset with people invading. Be upset with the people letting them invade for their purpose.
Yeah.
Because they can come here and get a life for my family, jobs, and it's all good while they're being used, for their vote.
And then they come here and they realize they came to a country that's falling apart and isn't nowhere near what they thought it is. So, they had to go through hell to get here.
Mm-hmm.
There's reports of folks going back.
Yeah, already. Yeah, I've
seen
that.
I was like, oh, okay, well, that was a good run.
I actually heard it's harder to get across back into Mexico than it is to get in by like 1,000 times.
You know, the theory, like when you're doing something wrong, like it's cool to do it, but then like when like it's not wrong anymore or it's not bad, like you don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. I was like just thinking it was funny, like, well, what if like Obama's like, oh yeah, it's cool, guys, come on over, and then like nobody comes anymore. Well, and that was like the whole solution right there. Like, he fixes immigration by saying it's okay.
Well, he did that. So if that was his strategy,
no, I'm just saying it's a joke, like,
and he actually did that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if that was the strategy, actually, maybe it might have worked because in the long run, now they're like Telly just said, they want to go back. A lot of them are ready.
Right.
But unfortunately, you have some here that are killing people and shooting random cops. And,
I mean,
but
you're going to have that with anybody.
American citizens doing that too.
Right.
And our population is declining, but it's not because of us. It's because the government with the chemtrails, with the chemicals, with what's in our water, with food, GMOs, everything. So maybe if they cut that shit out, we wouldn't have a problem reproducing.
Oh, you hear that? White people start fucking more.
Nothing's gonna matter. It's all the GMOs and all the crap and all the things they're putting in our foods and everything, and people are just getting sterilized slowly.
Don't eat and fuck more.
Well,
don't eat and fuck more.
Yeah,
grow your own foods and screw more. There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
I'll do it.
And according to Joe Biggs, super male vitality is like another answer. It gives you energy, helps you when you're in bed with a woman, and basically makes you sleep better. So to me, that sounds like the perfect drug in the world. So
that's why you went to Vegas.
Probably, bro. Probably.
Hey. A couple extra squirts of that. He's like, I gotta go to Vegas.
Dude, I get hopped up on that. What is it? That X2, the survival shield, man. That's iodine. And
remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I hope so.
Especially involves Pete.
Volcano diving.
One of volcano stories,
Dude, I was watching it, but I didn't hear that part. So I seen him putting on that device. What happened with Joe Biggs's response indirectly to the volcano alien penis theory?
Oh, dude, it was doing a review on that Samsung VR headset thing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Doing a review on that. Then he just made a comment. You put on the headset, it looks like you're hanging out of a helicopter and you look around like you descend into a volcano or something like that. And I just started fucking rolling.
Dude,
it just sounded so much like what we were talking about.
Dude, I injected that in his head because I think like I straight up told him when we were having a couple beers the first night I got up there that we fuck around and say like you're jumping into a live volcano reporting for InfoWars. So I think I might have actually put that in his head. Yeah. So Info Warriors, you're welcome. but tell you, man, that we gotta get Biggs, you, and me, at least us three on speaker or something, and work something out because I want to hear you and Biggs. You mess with Biggs, brother.
I'm sure I can get under his skin a little bit. Won't be too hard.
They sent him out to Washington, huh?
Yeah, I think him and Darren's out there now.
And so
that's a big change from a big change of pace from Ferguson.
So yeah, I was gonna ask. So how many people are protesting this, and like, is it a victory on our side so far, or what's going on? Because
won't know until Saturday. I know it's starting to circulate, and I've seen some Facebook page opened up supporting the protest, and
where
it's pretty patriotic up there, man. Like Washington, Oregon, Idaho, areas are like really, constitutional, hearted people.
My buddy Seth Davis is out in Washington State, man, and Dude, I wonder if he's over there. I gotta give him a call. But dude, if you're out in the area, I know we have listeners, in the greater Northeast. Get out there and support this, because you got sheriffs talking about, people that support the law need to be prepared for, basically.
What are they protesting out there?
That's the MRAPs going to the small town.
Oh, okay.
So
that's not a real super high crime rate place, man. Just like Roseville here in California, they don't need one either, and they got some big vehicles like that too.
You just read my mind. I was just going to ask you. I was going to ask if you knew anything about the town. Wow. And a lady just walked up and approached this guy, and that's how she got the video.
Yep.
Wow. So it's just kind of almost like a slip of the tongue, huh?
Yeah, dude, fucked up.
Well, it's good. Good that we're holding our feet to the fire, man. Because if they didn't roll these things out right away in Ferguson, who knows, like, what the outcome would have been. That's what stirred everything up.
Yeah, I just can't believe we're bullied and intimidated and going belly up on some North Korean hacker getting into a weak firewall and causing a little bit of panic. I mean, that's just showing how I don't know.
Paranoid.
Obama's making us look so weak. Now we're going to cower to a little speck on a map.
Right.
And let's pull off of that Google map and not even exist anymore.
Man, who was it? Some politician was like, "This is our first and biggest defeat in the cyber war." You know how many satellites we've blown up?
This is a defeat in a lot of fucking wars. Like I said, like 9/11, dude. Like they couldn't get America to censor or stay in their homes, or they didn't drive fear into us. And these guys are like, "Don't play movie,"
as they flew the Bin Laden
and it's just like,
out.
Okay, we won't play the fucking movie. Like, suck a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm tempted to play fucking Team America still, but
you know what?
Probably can't.
Danny, find a Team America clip. Fuck it.
No, play America. Fuck yeah.
What do you think, Telly? We're gonna be on for another 15 minutes, and then we're gonna play the Team America as our outro.
Play the song, America. Fuck yeah.
You agree with that?
Oh, that's a proper one.
Because all three of us right now are protesting live on air. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to mess with us? You want to mess with the First Amendment? You want to mess with our financial? Our actually gainings, our earnings, what keeps this operation running. Now you're at war. You want war? You fucking got it.
I think suck off for sure.
And also, there's websites out there that are doing petitions, and now I'm going to be all up on it. Since I heard what happened with you, Mark, I'm going to get these things.
I mean, it's not me. Like I wouldn't have made any money off of it. I just I was just going to promote it.
But you would.
It's what happened to people who want to fucking see a movie. It's just
what
the fuck?
Damn good one that's been on TV on regular cable recently.
And really, North Korea didn't say anything about fucking Team America. It was just Paramount just jumped the gun and they were like, no.
Which makes me think this is a false flag. Like the CIA didn't want it out.
I don't think the CIA is fucking giving two fucks less about all these little things.
It's all just a big publicity stunt.
Yep.
It's nothing. I bet you Korea probably had nothing to do with it. If they did, it paid set in a range because our technology is so good. I know Sunny sucks. I used to work for Earthlink. I was at Earthlink tech support and worked in the knock department as well. But there's no way in hell that I believe that any other country, especially North Korea, can do anything to knock us off line for anything.
Right.
No, dude, they couldn't even launch a damn missile. The thing they're all cheering is it just.
Well, to Sony, this is great because they look like in the stock world and in the business world. They look like fucking superheroes because they were like, we saved lives.
Yeah.
We're going to take the movie completely out.
I
guarantee you. Though. Here's the thing. If Sony's so easy to fucking hack, okay, and the proof will come out in the next couple of days, that movie will be out on torrents. In 2 days.
Already out somewhere.
And actually, it increases the demand.
Oh, God, yeah.
A hell of a lot through the roof because everyone wants to know why it was a ban.
So there's one of two situations going on here. Sony is either hired a genius marketer to make this the most popular movie fucking ever. And they came up with this whole plot, which is something I would come up with actually.
It could be dual pronged.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought.
This is Vince McMahon style marketing.
This could be dual pronged.
Well,
or and.
or it's what they're saying is North Korea flipped out and fucking no, we're not going to do this. We're going to release these emails and we're going to fuck you up in your movie theaters. Then that's also the possibility.
Or listen to this. So they make money, right? They justify their whole government control of the internet, right?
Yeah.
And on top of it, they literally could take more power from the industry. Like they could censor things more. It sets the precedent to basically take out political,
Well, I want to see what the statement that
it takes out political expression.
I want to see what, because the White House, the only statement they made was, "Go see movies." That was it. Like, okay, well, fucking, like they're not playing the ones I want to see because you censored the fucking ones I want to see.
Fucking
see fuck you,
Obama documentary.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, Telly, what do you think about my theory? I mean, that's like you know how they do these multi-prong attacks, gives the basically kind of the government a control over the entertainment industry even more so, as far as it sets a precedent to kind of be careful of politics. Then internet control, so cyber security, they always try to push CISPA, all these bills across, so now that gives them a chance to run that. And on top of it, like Mark said, they making money, make a higher demand to see the movie.
Yeah, it has publicity stunt smell all over it.
It's a good call, Mark.
So
it could be, but I mean, then again, it could be true too.
That was 15 minutes of observing. It's like, no, this is like a publicity stunt to get a movie going.
Right.
Dude, Mark, if you've seen these apartment buildings like that they've been working on for like 12 years, you'll understand why it's hard to believe that North Korea would have this capability unless they got through a third party.
Dude, they
and you do know that the Department of Homeland Security said that they have found no credible threat, no credible intelligence that there's actually a threat to moviegoers.
Right. So the hacker found fucking emails from Sony that could fuck up some executive.
I think it's the government.
It's probably kiddie porn.
CIA.
I don't think
so.
Or that,
I think some executive has some kiddie porn in his fucking email, and Korea has it, and they're like, fucking play this movie, and you're fucked there, fucking Alex Trebek.
You kill my leader, we fuck you.
Right. Dude, there was a situation where when somebody I work with was with Sony, they were going to release a single, and we were like, okay, well, let's fucking leak it before somebody else does. That's like part of our marketing.
Sex tape marketing.
Somewhat. So anyway, so we're getting ready to fucking leak this thing, and we have all our fucking publicity shit like set out. So like 2 hours after the leak, we're like, we can't believe it leaked. Now go buy it. And this whole campaign, and like 3 hours before we leaked it, somebody else fucking leaked it.
Wow.
That's how easy it is to get into Sony shit.
What was that?
It's the same thing as celebrities leaking porn tapes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, they don't
come in product out, or they have to come endorsement, then they quadruple it.
And then someone will one up them and get them through their tablets,
right?
Before they were ready to release theirs, just like you.
Yeah, I mean, that's how easy it is. Like, look at the fucking dude. Like the biggest fucking hack job to happen, even over Sony, was the fappening bullshit. Like where that one fucking idiot got into how many celebrities fucking iClouds? How do you do that?
Yeah. Oh,
you don't just fucking like guess a password for over 50 fucking celebrities.
They have to have a
I got no sympathy for the celebrities that keep fucking spreading their damn meat curtains, hot dog in the hallway up on the damn internet.
Well, some of those are done on purpose.
Up on the cloud, Stop putting
shit on the cloud.
Spreading that. Yeah.
Well, the cloud's supposed to be one of the most secure things ever.
Are you kidding me?
The
cloud has backdoors in it, so you're just giving your shit to the world. I don't have nothing on the cloud. I stay.
Well, it literally has backdoors in it, from what I saw in the fappening.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, your Xbox.
Hey guys, my phone's at 1%, so I'm probably gonna lose you any minute.
All right, hey Telly, tell us quick about your website, and we'll let you go.
Oh yeah, I got the TellyBlackwood.com up and going. I put up a lot of pictures and videos and shit that I've done over the years. Still working on it. I haven't done websites in a long time, so kind of still messing with it, adding content to it.
Looks pretty cool.
Badass. Yeah, it looks good, man. And shit, we'll still do either a nightly news thing this week or come on again Saturday. I'll try to get you and Biggs.
Oh yeah, Saturday sounds good. Anytime to get some notes together so I can not be stumped on questions.
Yeah, no, thanks for the coming on such short notice, brother. And,
yeah, no problem. I'm usually faster, but after a couple bong rips, you're usually not fast on the memory sometimes.
And don't worry, people. He's legal California.
Oh yeah, kiss my ass.
Kiss his ass. But hey, God bless Telly, and I'll probably end up texting you right after the show, bro.
All right, buddy.
All right, peace.
You guys take care and get her done.
Yep.
Get her done.
Get her done.
All right. Basically, we cover pretty much everything, and like my whole thing on there's one more thing I want to actually get to. One more thing. There's a Washington Post study that found out that teens were smoking marijuana less and drinking less and smoking cigarettes less. And I had an answer for the Washington Post on why the numbers went down. One, the invention of electrical cigarettes, the enforcement or lack of enforcement of people looking for weed and cigarettes and alcohol these days.
Stupider parents.
How the war on drugs is illegal in the first place. More people are actually getting them legally.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's easier to sell to someone, and if you don't catch them, you can't account for them as a number.
True.
And also, I wanted to point out that they're making a big deal about that, but a cop got caught with 4 pounds and did not get charged.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So again, I figured it'd be a fitting way to end the show and point out the standard that Mark, Telly, myself, Danny, everyone else has to live with is exactly opposite than that of the police, whether it be laws on marijuana, laws on murder, laws on guns, laws on whatever you want, name it. They have a different standard than you and I.
And if you're going to go protest this shit, like, don't sit in the fucking street. Like, people got places to go and shit. Like, you're not doing anything. You haven't accomplished anything. Go to the fucking White House. Go to the fucking city hall on the sidewalk.
Involves something
the fuck out of the street.
Something directly involved.
Motherfucker. We got run over by a guy. Yeah, because he was probably fucking he probably left the stove on or something. You're in his fucking way.
Holding up a bunch of people going to the work to wherever.
Somebody might have a health issue. They need to go get their medicine. You don't know what the fuck you're blocking.
Yeah. Someone could be giving birth.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it like that. You're really not doing nothing but just causing more problems. Go somewhere directly affiliated with the incident and go to his house, go to the police station and basically surround them.
I wouldn't even say go to the police station because if there is an actual emergency where somebody needs help and people like cops or fire department have to leave, then you're fucking that up too. Go to the White House. Go to the go to City Hall.
Have the money to do that.
Go to City Hall.
Go to the courthouse.
Go to a courthouse. Stay out of the way of fucking possible emergencies. Stay out of the fucking street. And
didn't we all learn in preschool not to play in the street?
Go where the vehicle's stored.
Huh?
Go where the vehicle's stored.
What do you mean?
Wherever they keep the damn thing. If it's in the parking lot, go there and chain that bitch up.
Well, I mean,
if it's in a building, surround that building.
Yeah, I mean, there's Daily Center. There's a huge friggin'
everyone
thing.
go
and
and
stand around the fucking jelly bean.
Like
downtown.
Mark said, everyone get in line, file petitions at the
take over Grant Park
at the courthouse, or go do it the legal way.
Right.
Don't affect others' lives, because then actually it's playing into their hands and making us look like the disturbance.
Well, but it doesn't even how we look.
Well, they get to
fairness
flip
to
the
people.
story and away from the context of what happened.
You might have a mom, a single mother who's possibly raising 4 or 5 kids on her own, and she's on her way to work.
And
she's going to end up being late and get fired because these jagoffs are in the fucking street.
Because some people don't give a shit whether it's on the news or not.
I mean, there's a lot of fucking shit that you're affecting, and you're hurting people too.
And Telly said last week, or was it, last week or 2 weeks ago for Ferguson, they were out in California blocking his street or the
they were everywhere, man.
So I mean, what in California, the people that are affected being held up in traffic, what the hell did they have to do with Mike Brown's murder? Nothing.
Like, their voices want to be heard and they're outraged and et cetera, et cetera.
Guys,
that's fine. It's understandable. You have a voice, fucking use it, but bring it to the right venue.
Go where the news goes. Start looking where news shoots scenes,
Right.
you know, like if you want to interfere with their broadcast, like do things like that. But
yeah, jump in front of the camera like that one guy who's like, fuck her right in the pussy.
or
do something like that.
The guy that got in the Super Bowl where they had the
Right.
highest security and said 9/11 was an inside job and dropped the mic.
Yeah.
I mean, have an impact like that. Don't mess with the ordinary people's lives. Like Mark said, there could be plenty of heart attacks. There's
a
drugs.
million possibilities that you can be like,
Sure.
screwing up something
Like-
very innocent.
Like Chris Christie, I criticized him for Bridgegate for ordering fake construction on bridges for the exact same thing, and it was done to basically piss off their the mayor or whoever didn't support them.
Yeah.
But how many lives were probably lost due to a grudge? So you got to realize the long-term impact and think of the art of war. Think that your enemy wants you to do things like that.
Right.
That gets the main public, your area, against you.
Yep.
Without even looking at the context of what the argument is.
And there was like churches that were organizing some of these protests and standing in the middle of the street. Like, really?
Yeah, you know why? Because the churches get paid by the government, 501c3s, man. That it's hard and complex, but like you said, if the churches really want to do something, they should think a little smarter than that. That's putting people's lives at risk, So that my pastor who doesn't receive any money would never ever order something like that. That goes completely against what Jesus would want you to do.
It's like
he wasn't Jesus wasn't like, a lot of people act like he didn't like, he was so soft spoken. He whipped people, he flipped tables, he did some crazy stuff, but it was always the people who deserved it. And that's, I guess, what we're trying to get to is if you're going to organize protests, make sure the people that it affects are the people directly involved.
Right.
And that's the main message of the show.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end it, huh?
Yes.
And in an act of defiance, we are going to end the show. And thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back live Saturday. And Mark, you going to be with me? We'll see.
Or I will be running a sing-along at a church.
You'll have Pete Wichert, yours truly, and I'm gonna have probably two guests on at least, and I'm gonna get to a lot of news I gotta catch up on. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Danny, can you put up the sponsor real quick? And remember, it's Greatest Expectations. Search and on Facebook, and you'll find a page. It's Greatest Expectations, concealed carry, best deal in Chicago. That's created by yours truly, Pete Wichert. Call the number on there or email them, mention Pete or this show, The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, and receive an even bigger deal than the unbelievable deal that it is, $150. Try to find a better deal. It's not happening. And the actual permit you get is good in Indiana. It's good in literally 24 states and growing by the day.
I think it's scary that you're getting a gun.
Don't say that, Mark. I already have one on my arm.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's right there you see all the basically details, and it's a former and current Illinois state trooper employed there, and it's very individualized, and for that price, I mean, I cannot stress to you enough that you're getting a great deal and you're going to be prepared, and the next day you're going to be shooting.
Yeah.
So that's the best part of it. It takes 2 days. There's people from Rockford, Illinois, Indiana. So don't be afraid to come on down and I'll say hi to you. But hey, check that Facebook page out. Call them up, sign up for the classes starting in 2015. And thank you for tuning in to this Thursday, December 18th broadcast.